He is divisive. He is controversial. He is extremely popular. And he is a president America has never seen, or probably never will. We are talking about Donald Trump. From being a business mogul to a reality TV show star, Trump has done it all. His eccentric lifestyle and personality divided many, some praiseworthy, some super critical, about none of them thought that they were seeing a future president in front of them. I think for a while, even Trump didn't believe it. But that's what eventually happened, shocking everyone. But to begin, how did the most controversial figure in America become its president in the first place? What did he do? What were his worldviews? Why did so many people vote for him even though no one believed he would win?
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Find answers to all these and more in this video.
Yes, I'm the president. I'm here. I'm the president of the United States.
Hello, folks. Today on Behind the Date, we look at how the most controversial figure in America became its president. What did he do? What was the opposition doing? Why did so many people vote for him even though no one believed he would win? Find answers to all these and more in this video. Donald Trump was born to Fred and Mary Ann McLeod Trump, the fourth of 5 children and the second son of the Trump family. Trump's father, Fred, was a real estate developer who specialized in constructing and operating middle-income apartments in Queens, Staten Island, and Brooklyn. Trump's mother, Mary Ann, was a Scottish immigrant who in her early life worked as a maid. Trump graduated from the Wharton School with a degree in economics, and after college returned to New York to join his father's real estate business. There, along with building and managing middle-income apartments in Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, Trump also worked on large construction projects in Manhattan, such as the renovations of prestigious 5-star hotels. In 1971, Trump officially took over the company and began to use the Trump Organization as an umbrella brand. Under his leadership, the company expanded its real estate portfolio, including the acquisition of several casinos in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Trump also began investing in other businesses, such as a failing airline called the Trump Shuttle. He also owned the Miss Universe beauty pageant, the New Jersey Generals football team, and several golf courses. Throughout the 1980s, Trump's business ventures grew in size and scope. He acquired several large properties in New York City, including the iconic Taj Mahal Casino in Atlantic City. In addition, Trump began to expand his brand to include luxury hotels, resorts, and other businesses. Trump was also known for his flamboyant, sometimes problematic personality, which drew a lot of criticism and various sections of the community. Trump was quite active in show business too, making cameo appearances in many iconic films and also starring in the hit reality TV show The Apprentice. And who on the face of the earth can forget his iconic cameo in WWE? Trump had a successful career in business. He was as big a celebrity as famous movie stars, but no one, literally no one, expected him to become what he eventually became, the President of the United States. In 2016, Trump ran for President of the United States.
I am officially running for President of the United States.
After a contentious election, he was elected the President of the United States on November 8, 2016.
Donald J. Trump will become the 45th President of the United States, defeating Hillary Clinton in a campaign unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime.
Trump's campaign was incredibly divisive, with many people either adamantly supporting him or vociferously opposing him. Trump ran on a platform of anti-globalization, immigration control, and economic protectionism. He also ran on a platform of strong national security, including a promise to build a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border and to repatriate illegal immigrants.
But they're going to come into our country legally. We're going to build a wall.
He also promised to renegotiate existing trade deals and to protect American jobs.
I have a different vision for our workers. It begins with a new fair trade policy.
Trump's anti-establishment message resonated with many Americans who felt that the traditional politicians had let them down. Trump was able to tap into a growing anti-establishment sentiment in the U.S., and he was able to galvanize a large and enthusiastic base of supporters. Trump's campaign was largely based on his personal brand and his ability to generate publicity. His campaign was able to make use of the power of social media to amplify his message and create an emotional connection with his supporters. Trump's campaign was also successful due to the fact that he was able to tap into the populist sentiment among many American voters. Trump was able to make himself the outsider candidate who was going to bring change to Washington, and surprisingly, people started believing him. The election was a major upset, and Trump was able to defeat the heavily favored Democratic nominee, Hillary Clinton. He was able to win the Electoral College by a comfortable margin, despite losing the popular vote. Trump's victory was largely due to his ability to mobilize his base of supporters and to target key states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania that had previously voted for Barack Obama. People on the right celebrated, and people is left scoffed, but everyone seemed to agree that America will face a new dawn. Donald Trump's election and his presidency have been incredibly divisive and have sparked a great deal of debate and discussion. His election was seen as a sign of the changing political landscape in the U.S., and it raised questions about how the country would move forward. Regardless of how one views Trump's presidency, it is clear that his election has had a major impact on the United States, and it will still continue to shape the country's politics for years to come. One of the major focuses of the Trump administration was domestic policy, particularly healthcare, immigration, taxes, and trade. In the area of healthcare, the administration sought to repeal the Affordable Care Act, ACA, also known as Obamacare, and replace it with a new system. This was controversial, as many people were concerned that the new system will not provide the same level of coverage or cost savings as the ACA. In the area of immigration, the Trump administration sought to limit both legal and illegal immigration. This included the construction of a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border, the repeal of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals (DACA) program, and the implementation of policies that make it more difficult for immigrants to obtain visas. This also caused a great deal of controversy, as many argue that such policies are inhumane and will have a negative effect on the economy. The Trump administration also sought to reform the tax system, primarily by cutting taxes for corporations and the wealthy. Yet another controversial decision, as some argued that the tax cuts will lead to an increase in the federal budget deficit, while others argue that the cuts will spur economic growth. The administration also took a hard line on trade, particularly with China. They imposed tariffs on a number of Chinese imports and attempted to renegotiate existing trade deals. This caused significant economic disruption, as the tariffs raised prices on imported goods and put pressure on U.S. companies that relied on Chinese imports. Unlike previous governments, Trump took a more laid-back approach to international affairs by withdrawing the U.S. from international agreements, such as the Paris Climate Agreement and the Iran nuclear deal. He has also sought to improve relations with Russia and has been openly critical of U.S. allies in Europe and Asia. The Trump administration has also had a significant impact on the Middle East. Trump has taken a much more pro-Israel stance than previous administrations and has sought to pressure the Palestinian Authority to accept a peace deal that is more favorable to Israel. The administration has also sought to contain Iranian influence in the region and has been highly critical of countries such as Syria and Turkey. Overall, the Trump administration has had a significant impact on both domestic and foreign policy in the United States. It was primarily considered a redneck government, as most of the decisions that were taken spoke more to the right-wing white Americans who wanted the country to be more closed down than it was. And for them, he delivered, but for the rest, why was he even a president?